Hi Virgo, welcome to your reading for the end of July. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You can check out the other placements for additional messages, as this is a general reading. Messages may or may not apply, so just take what resonates and leave a message for the next person. We're going to be taking a look into the end of the month, see what you guys could be currently dealing with or what you can expect, get some insight with some guidance, and overall see what's going on for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I hope you guys are doing well. If you guys are interested, you can check me out on my Instagram at Jadestone Tarot. And with that being said, let's get right into this reading, starting off with some animal oracle messages to get a general feeling for what's going on. Wow, we have a stack. Actually, it's okay. We have the frog, crocodile, fish, and hummingbird coming out. Okay, I normally don't take stacks, but wow, you guys have a lot of water coming through and a little bit of air. Damn, there's definitely the need for a good old cleanse, a good old release. Perfect timing. I'm filming this on Thursday. We have the full moon in Aquarius tomorrow, but I don't know when I'll be uploading this because I've had some things come up, so it's been a little chaotic. So probably within the next few days, but that's all good. You can set your intentions whenever. It doesn't have to be around the full moon. But we do have a full moon in Aquarius coming up. For those that do have strong Aquarian placements, you may be feeling the impact, or you might be really feeling much more sensitive and emotional and just like, what the hell's going on, right? This is a really good time to release any built-up feelings, any built-up emotions, things that you've been bottling up, holding in, holding back. Like, this is the perfect time to let that shit go. Frog energy coming out to water energy. Okay, we got 3 elements of water: the frog, the crocodile, and the fish. So immediately what I feel from this, especially with the crocodile, is like, you guys need a break. You guys just need a time out. You guys really just need to pull away for a moment and have some time for you to pamper yourself, to replenish yourself, to take care of yourself, to make yourself just feel better. You know, give yourself some comforts, give yourself that nurturing, loving energy. Some of you may really struggle with doing that, or giving yourself self-love and like really taking care of yourself, and I think that's something you may need to work on, and that's for somebody, like taking better care of yourself and making sure you get enough rest. You guys may tend to overwork yourself and reach burnout, and you don't even realize it until you're far too gone. And so it's just like making sure that you know when enough is enough, making sure that you take breaks and take time out for you to rest and recharge. And you've been working hard, and it's just like, you deserve a break. You deserve a break. You deserve a time out, especially for those that have been dealing with a lot of emotional things the last little bit, or a while, or even longer than a while, maybe for a long time, right? It's like you guys are just needing a mental break, a mental retreat, just a little mental holiday. Or, you know, if you want to get up and physically travel somewhere, if you can and it's possible, cool, definitely would be good for you. Or even just going out in nature and grounding yourself, or being by the water, right? Water is very cleansing to be around, to be in, just very like meditative, you know. So definitely recommend, if you can, or if you live somewhere near the water, or like ocean, a lake, a river, go by the water, right? Maybe grab a journal and just kind of write down whatever you're going through, whatever you might need to release. Like, really just focus, the next little bit is just focus on releasing anything that you've been suppressing or ignoring, or trying to just push down and trying to swallow your tears or swallowing your feelings. Like, let it out. Let it out, because I feel like some of you have been holding it in for just too long, and I feel like releasing it will make you feel so much freer, so much happier, and just like at peace with yourself, with whatever it is that you could be dealing with. I really think that this is the perfect time for you guys to just let go and release and make space for some really good stuff. So you got to make some space by letting some things go. Maybe you guys are needing to declutter your space, your home, do a little bit of organization. You know, what are you keeping? What are you throwing out? What are you donating? Like, I am kind of seeing a bit of organization coming up, or themes about that, which is actually fitting because we do have the fish, and the fish, more water energy coming out. There's a little bit of flip-floppiness, like a little bit of uncertainty about the direction you're going down. Some of you are actually trying to swim against the current, and then you're like, why am I not getting anywhere? Why do I feel like I'm moving like 5 steps forward, 10 steps backwards? You're getting frustrated, you're getting annoyed, you're getting like, discouraged, and because maybe you've been going against the current. Maybe you guys have been making things a lot more difficult than it needs to, you know, adding a whole bunch of extra steps, but they weren't even necessary to begin with, yeah? So some of you may tend to overcomplicate things, or even like doubting your intuition too, as the moon is coming through in this card, and the moon, you know, is very spiritual and intuitive, and to pay attention to that. And some of you have been ignoring it or over intellectualizing your gut feelings, your gut instincts, making excuses. Oh, I'm just reading into it. Oh, it's just a coincidence. Oh, it can't mean this. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that, you know, like just making things a lot more difficult for yourself, it feels. With the fish, there is a lot of uncertainties. We do have a lot of that kind of tying in astrologically wise, like nothing's set in stone. There's lots of things that are asking us to surrender and to release control and to just kind of go with the flow. But I feel like you guys are kind of trying to fight the current and making it a lot more difficult. It's like you guys are trying so hard to hold on tight to the old, perhaps. It's just an example. But it's like you guys are needing to loosen the grip, right? Let go and just go with it. And trust that whatever's happening right now is leading you to the best outcome. It will. Even though it may not feel like it right now, there's something better coming your way. You're needing to release it. You're needing to make space for this to come through, right? And so the advice that comes with the fish is to set some small goals for yourself, right? It doesn't have to be anything huge or massive, even just something as simple as like cleaning your space, throwing some trash out, right? I don't know, washing your walls, like doing like just some household chores, things like that, or organizing, and fitting a workout in or a walk in, or just like setting some small goals for yourself that are achievable, right? Not making it difficult where you're like, I have to climb Mount Everest. Like, no, like that's too much. Take on what you can chew, right? Don't bite off more than you can chew. Another thing that you're needing to do is like make some sort of like schedule. If you don't have one, or if things have just been way too free flowing, way too, like, you know, like it's good to go with the flow, but when you have no direction at all, you can get very lost, right? You can get very confused. You can be feeling very ungrounded, especially you guys. Like, you guys are earth, right? You guys should be grounded. There's a little bit of energy of like uncertainty and just kind of like you're floating. You're not grounded, you're floating, right? You're needing to ground yourself. So there's something that you're needing to commit to on the daily or as often as you can that also helps replenish your battery whenever you're starting to feel tired or low energy, or you're needing just some time alone. Like needing to incorporate that as often as you can, even into your daily routine, carving time out for you, whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's just sit around and stare into space or you want to play some music, or you want to watch your favorite show, or just like you want to have a nap, like carving time out just for you to do whatever it is that you want, and something that like makes you feel good and replenishes you, you know, whether that's a workout or, like I said, going on a little walk, or like meditating, or I don't fucking know, whatever you think is best for you, incorporating that into your routine. A little self-care, a little face mask, you know, like just take care of yourself, my dudes. You guys are needing a little extra loving, okay? Because I think you guys might be going through some things. It's a bit overwhelming, lots of emotional feelings, feeling a lot more sensitive lately, right? Especially the frog, right? Frogs are so sensitive. They absorb water through their skin, right? Just like, you know, you're like a sponge. You absorb the energy around you, making sure you set boundaries too, right? Knowing when enough is enough. You need to take a break from a certain person or group of people or social media or whatever. Like knowing like when enough is enough. Yeah. Let me pull some tarot messages for you guys. Messages for Virgo, Sun, Rising, Venus, end of July. What messages do my Virgos need to hear? Any messages, please, for Virgo, please. End of July 2021. Any messages for Virgo, Sun, Rising, Venus? For the end of July. What's going on? What do they need to hear? Any messages, please? For Virgo, Sun, Rising, Venus. End of July. Any messages for Virgo? Okay. Oh, there we go. Emperor energy, Aries energy coming through. See, you guys are in work mode, boss mentality, right? You take no shit from nobody. Messages for Virgo, wow, and strength. You guys are trying so hard to like keep your shit together. And like holding your composure and not breaking, right? thing is, there's only so much a human can take before we reach a breaking point, before we need to release, before we need to cry, before we need to talk to someone. You can't have our shit together always, 24/7, you know. And I feel like you guys may have been trying to act like you have, trying to act like everything's okay, but like deep down, you've been going through some struggles. And maybe some of you have been having a difficult time asking for help or asking for support. And you kind of have been going through something alone, right? You're the emperor. You're like, I'll take care of my own issues. I'm not going to lay the burdens on anybody. Like, I am the emperor. I'm at the top. Like, no one will help me. I'm going to help myself, or I'm just going to try to distract myself with work. But it's just like, you guys will eventually kind of get caught up in your own net of things, and you're going to need an extra helping hand. And that's okay. And that does not mean that you're weak. It does not mean that you are an emperor. Oh, I'm no longer an emperor because I asked for help. It's okay to ask for help. You don't have to go through whatever this is alone. Okay? Messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have Leo coming out. Always in my Virgo and Leo readings, you guys have like energy always in each other's readings. It's so funny. Messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the end of July 2021. I feel like you guys have been going through a lot of emotional stuff, you know? And it's okay to be feeling the things that you feel, right? Messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. There we go. Knight of Swords reversed. It's like you can't move forward until you allow yourself to let some things go or to release some of the... Oh, that's way too many, Spirit. I ain't taking any of that. We'll give it a good shuffle just in case. Alright, doesn't want to anymore. Any other messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? The Queen of Swords. Okay, I kind of want to get a couple more just because we've got a lot of like people energy. Any other messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? End of July 2021. The Fool. Nice. And give me one more. Oh, that's so many. Page of Swords, Five of Wands, and the Hangman. This fell on top of the Knight of Swords reverse. So, okay, I guess we got a little... Oh, yeah, I guess we got a little bit of clarification for that. So we'll talk about that. And at the bottom we have the High Priestess, the Justice card, and the Three of Swords. Okay. And I love this card, Ten of Pentacles under that. Like, there's so much protection around you, your ancestors, your angels, whatever it is that you believe in. You are not alone. You're always protected, you're always being guided, you're always being watched over. I just wanted to pass the message on. Alright? Yeah, you guys definitely have been going through some painful things. Three of Swords. You guys have been going through some sort of grief or loss or just like a lot of hurt, a lot of pain too. You guys may have recently lost something or have experienced a loss, and some of you are waiting for like the scales to be brought into balance or justice to be served. But again, there's that High Priestess, like keeping this to yourself. You've been keeping this all to yourself. You haven't really expressed it to anybody. You've kept it inside of you. Even maybe you aren't even aware of the hurts and the pains that you could have been suppressing. Like maybe you've really just gotten numb to these feelings and you're not even really aware of them because you're so used to feeling a certain way, and so it just kind of became the everyday norm. Man. But there's that full moon behind her in the High Priestess. Full moon in Aquarius coming up, or, you know, it probably had already happened when I upload this. Full moons do bring illumination and highlight things within us that we need to work on healing and releasing and forgiving. And, you know, lessons been learned here. With Justice coming out, you've learned many lessons, despite what you went through and the hurt and the pain that you experienced, right? You didn't deserve it, but you did gain something from this. There was some sort of lesson. Now it's about moving forward. Yeah, well, we do have the Fool, but that you will move forward from this, but there's the need for some reflection here. So the Knight of Swords in the reverse, the cards that actually fell on top of it, we have the Page of Swords, Five of Wands, and the Hangman. So you guys are needing some heavy reflection. You guys are needing some time for yourself where you can just look at things that have happened and maybe even changing your perspective, or there's an opportunity for you to view something differently, or to unlock a new way of seeing with the Page of Swords, right? A new understanding. It's like revisiting a past situation and having a new outlook, or seeing things differently than you did a month ago, 3 months ago, a year ago, whenever this happened. Like having a different perspective because you've grown, because you've changed so much. You know, painful situations do change us, whether you want to admit it or not, good or bad. It has an effect on us, right? And so you've grown from this in many ways, and so when you look back at whatever the situation is, you may have a breakthrough, right? With the Five of Wands in this deck, I always see it as like some sort of breakthrough, or pushing to the other side of like seeing things differently, instead of suppressing it, instead of putting your walls up and trying to just lock it up in a box and ignore it and pretend it never happened. Like there's a big breakthrough that you're experiencing when you take the time to be alone and to feel these emotions and to let it out and to express it, or to talk to someone and to get some help. Like I feel like there's the opportunity for you guys to have a major breakthrough. But with this Hangman, sometimes it's, you know, asking for help or confessing certain things, or even admitting some things to yourself. It may be a bit humiliating, or you may feel a sense of shame or guilt or resentment, or like just like a lot of discomfort, you know. And it takes a lot of strength. It really does take a lot of strength to be able to come to terms with those things. And see, and with that Queen of Swords, you know, I feel like you guys have tried to disconnect from your emotions. That's why I felt like you guys had kind of gotten numb to whatever this was, or multiple things. Like you kind of just shut your emotions off a little bit, or disconnected from them and became a bit cold, or like didn't really allow yourself to cry. Like really just kind of shut your feelings off regarding something that happened that's just like really upsetting or hurtful. But by doing that, it's only caused more problems and confusion, or, you know, because you've been suppressing it for a while, or however long, maybe not for a long time, but still. And so now it's like it's being brought up, especially with all this retrograde energy, right? We got Pluto retrograding, Jupiter retrograding, Neptune, Saturn, Chiron. There's 5 major retrogrades going on right now. And I think there's something else coming up. I don't know. I know Venus goes retrograde at the end of the year. So there's just like a lot of things being brought up for us to reflect on, for us to evolve from, you know. And sometimes you can't do that alone. Sometimes you need a little extra helping hand. Sometimes you need some support. Sometimes you actually have to open up and let your walls down and be vulnerable. And that can be very scary, but it takes a lot of strength. And it shows your strength when you do that, right? It does not make you weak. If anything, it shows how strong you really are. But again, that may be very difficult for some of you to do, right? Oh no, I'm fine. Oh no, don't worry about it. I'm okay. Don't worry about me. Like, you know, but I feel like a lot of you could use a bit of extra helping hand. We do have a lot of major arcana throughout this entire read. Just saying, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have quite a bit. So whatever this is, very significant, had a huge influence on you, had a huge impact on you, Virgo. But anyways, it does seem like you guys will have a big breakthrough, and you will be seeing things from a different understanding. Once you have that release, once you let some things go off your chest, whether you talk to someone, whether you just journal it out, whether you have this confrontation within yourself, like, and you just come to terms and reach this point of acceptance, right? Acceptance is really the first key to moving forward, right? Because you finally accepted it. You're no longer trying to deny something or pretend it never happened. You've come to terms, or you will come to terms with whatever this could have been, and it makes the healing easier. It's not so painful. You feel less heavier, you know? Whew, yeah, it just feels kind of heavy anyways. Then we have the Fool. So this is beautiful energy, right? Aries energy as well as Aquarius. Did I tell you guys the sign? We have Aries coming out twice, Leo, Pisces coming out twice as well. So some of you may be connected with the Pisces. We also have Libra coming out. All right. So Aries and Aquarius with the Fool. So definitely new beginning. You guys have a decision. Do I stay in my comfort zone, or do I step out into the unknown, right? Onto this unknown territory in a whole new way you've never seen before. I think that's what you guys are choosing to do. And as you do that, right, remember to follow your intuition. Pay attention to your gut instincts. And you will never go through what you went through in the past. You've learned your lessons, right? With justice coming out. Moving forward in this new beginning, you're not going to be repeating the past. You have gone through hell and back, right? There's no way you're going to go back and do the things that you did back then, or repeating those certain cycles. Like, you know better now. So that's a fact. So don't let your past fears hold you back from your future potential, you know? I feel like major change is happening here. It's beautiful. And maybe this even has something to do, I'm sorry, that was so loud. Maybe this has something to do with even like generational curses, not curses, but like cycles, not curses. Curses, oh, no. I mean, maybe you call it a curse, but I would just say it's a cycle. 10 of Cups. Oh, wow. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Yeah, so for some, this is within like, maybe this is family related, or your home, something like that. Anyways, I'm just going to leave it at that. We're going to pull a fairy message for Virgo, summarizing Venus, regarding this reading from the end of July 2021. Any fairy messages for Virgo, please? Any fairy messages for Virgo, summarizing Venus, end of July? Show me clearly. Any messages for Virgo, summarizing Venus, for the end of July 2021? Fairy messages for Virgo, summarizing Venus, for the end of July 2021. Alright. Fairy messages for Virgo, summarizing Venus, regarding this reading for the end of July 2021. Did that come out? Nope. Oh, yes, we did. Spirit Dancer. I'm trying to remember. It's not coming to me. Spirit Dancer. I believe this is about, like, removing restrictions and rules and limitations and, you know, being so tough. I don't know. What is this about? I can't remember. But, you know, it just feels very free-spirited. It's also, you notice the color green, right? Lots of healing, energy. Number 36, adding up to a 9. Oh, I love this. Okay, so Spirit Dancer. Self-expression, freedom, and exploration. The Spirit Dancer understands both sides of self-expression. In the first stage, we get our inner vision and creative impulse out into the world through our art, whatever that is. Then our expressions are reflected back to us in the mirror of what other people's perceptions, and we discover what first awakens in them. First and most important for many of us, we learn, grow, and lead more satisfying lives if we have ways of expressing our inner world. Such expressions can be a way of helping ourselves better understand our feelings and experiences, or they can be a way of getting pain out where we can look at it and let it begin to heal. Creative expression is a method of exploring our own truth, bringing it to the light so we can see it more clearly, and maintaining sanity. The key words here are explore, experiment, and express. As this fairy remarked to one oracle reader, the death of Spirit Dancer is perfection. Oh my god, you guys are such perfectionists. Like, some Virgos I know, I'm like, yo, okay. Second, the creative expression is a way of sharing and letting others see more of our true selves. It is a way that we can reach out from this illusion of separation and reaffirm our essential connections with one another. When we share a dance, a painting, or a poem with others, we do so with the hope that they'll see something of what we put into it, and that their experience will echo ours in some way. But if we've done well, we will be able to add something to their experience. At the same time, we understand that their slant on things is a bit different, and that they reflect back to us by their response, and perhaps will contain something we haven't seen about our own experience, a new insight, a different view, an expansion of our picture of reality. So this side of creative expression, the sharing part, enriches us in different ways than the actual creation. I have never written a poem or sculpted something without the experience changing me and then changing me again when I share it with others. This is something I've heard many others say, including many who do not consider themselves real artists or real writers. Spirit Dancer encourages us to take action from our place of personal power, the inner core of true feelings and understanding us. She wants us to clarify our vision, to find the creative potential that lies hidden in the paradox, confusion, and chaos, and turn these into free-flowing, finely balanced, evolving order. She wants us to aid in making our best fantasies real. She is also very enthusiastic about us about helping us learn to dance well with the fairies if we don't already know how, and if we do know how, she would be delighted to dance with us for the fun of it. Step out boldly. Now is the time to focus and really concentrate on a project or process, especially one involving the creative arts. Spontaneity balanced by self-discipline will help us achieve our goals. Strive for elegance and simplicity. This is the time to bring out and share qualities we have nurtured in private. Reversed, self-absorbed and obsessed. The reverse spirit dancer has been entangled in her own unexpressed and perhaps inexpressible fantasies. She feels angry and driven and may be unable to express her feelings in any way except through destruction. Alternatively, this card may speak of the artist block. The cure for that is just to create. Even if the creation falls short of our goals, even if it's trite or trivial, just do it. It is a matter of priming the pump until the waters of creativity, emotion, and inspiration flow freely. So maybe that's what you guys are needing to return to or incorporate into your routine. It's like some sort of creative expression. Whether you're good or not, I don't care. Pick up that pencil, pick up that art brush, pick up that musical instrument and just create some shit. Express yourself, release, like really just release that energy. I feel like that would be very helpful, very healing, and it'd be a really good way to get that energy out, especially any hurts, any pains. How many writers out there write about their experiences, or artists, or, you know, they paint, and it's like, it's a form of expression of whatever they went through, or singers, right? Do something like that, like turning this pain and whatever it is that you could be going through and making something beautiful out of it, right? You could do that. Let me get a Tikashi message. Any Tikashi messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding this reading? Any Tikashi messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the end of this reading? End of July. What am I saying? Oh my goodness. We have allowance, and there's another. Oh, we got two on this side. Honesty and wellness. Allowance, non-judgmental and unconditional love. They go hand in hand. When you find yourself criticizing others, look at what you're not allowing in them and in yourself. Allow yourself to be who and how you are without judgment. This allows space for change and growth. Allowance is the well-worn, well-loved, worthwhile pathway to peace. Travel it. Honesty. Be honest with yourself. Be honest in your thoughts. What could you try to hide? There are no secrets in the universe. Tell the whole story. Don't hold back. Allow yourself to be open and honest, and the world is open and honest with you. Great pearls of wisdom and jewels of delight flow into an honest heart. Let it be yours. And wellness. Wellness is a feeling on the inside which emanates outward like love. Wellness is a state of mind which emanates outward like love. In fact, wellness is love. If you're unwell physically or emotionally, seek out and remedy the cause, and do not just band-aid the symptoms, for your wellness is your natural state of being. Do not settle for second best, and all will be well. So, Virgo, that is what I got for you guys for this reading. If you guys found this helpful or insightful, please let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe. You can always turn on the bell so that you're notified when I upload in the future. And if you guys are interested, you can follow me over on my Instagram at JadeStoneTarot. And with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.